Good afternoon, folks. How are we all doing? Yes, it is the afternoon, but only just. I am on my way home to Cardiff. Sorry, got a beard in my mouth. On my way home from Cardiff from visiting my mate Jockers up in Llanidloes. I took Elvis up because he's seen Elvis in the shed once. He's never actually seen him in the flesh, as it were, out in the open. So I thought, right, we'll go up and visit today, take Elvis. It's slightly annoying because the weather was horrible coming up and the bike is absolutely bogging, which I don't like. I don't like taking Elvis out in the horrible weather, but hey ho, has to be done. Now I haven't been up to visit Jockers for months due to work, weather, my commitments, his commitments, and that kind of ties in nicely with the subject of today's video, which we'll get to in a moment. Alrighty then. Now, as some of you will know, if you're a regular viewer to the channel, you'll know, I currently volunteer with a mental health charity called Mark. Make Your Mark. There's details about them on my page, or on my channel rather. I'll try and put a link up above about them, and about their catchphrase, if you like, of release the clutch, quiet the noise. That's definitely one to look at. Anyway, as I say, I volunteer for mental health charity Mark, and when I can, when I've got time, I try to make videos for them, which is what I'm doing now. This is part of it, so to speak. I try to make videos explaining who they are, what they do, this sort of thing. I haven't been able to attend any events as yet, which has slightly annoyed me. Me now, not through any fault of the charity. Every first Sunday of every month they have a hub meet, well, I suppose you could call it a meet and greet, down at the Owl's Nest Tea Room Diner in Llandovery. And that's the first Sunday of every month. December's one has gone now, so the next one will be sometime. I'm not sure if they do the first first Sunday in January or not, because obviously it being a new year, but normally it's the first Sunday of every month, and I've been unable to attend, which, as I say, has annoyed me. I keep wiping the camera because the rain's coming in. Yeah, it's really annoyed me, the fact I haven't been able to attend, but it's not through anybody's fault. It's been circumstance. Generally I've been working, because I work shifts, I've been working on the days of the events, or the weather's been absolutely horrendous, so I thought, well, I'm not going out and getting absolutely drowned to pop down and say hello in this sort of weather. It's just not worth the hassle, not worth the risk. But it did annoy me though, and sometimes I feel like I'm letting people down, and this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. Letting people down. Well, I'm not letting anybody down. Circumstances, commitments have got in the way that I can't attend a certain event or something. That's no one's fault. That's circumstance. Letting people down is when you say you're going to do something and you just don't bother. You know, say, oh yeah, I'll volunteer with a charity, or I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll go for a ride. And then, close at the date, you say, oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered. So rather than say, sorry, I'm not going to bother, people make up excuses. Any old excuse. Weather's bad, bike's off the road, blah blah blah, any old load of rubbish. In truth, they just don't want to bother. Well, that's when you're letting people down. When you commit to something, be it a charity, an event, a day out, even just meet up with a couple of mates. Once you commit to that, if you just decide you can't be bothered and you start making excuses as to why you are unable to attend, shall we say, that's when you're letting people down. Now, we all have life to live, we all have commitments, things to do. You know, like I say, I get slightly annoyed with myself that I haven't been able to attend any of the hub meets. Well, that's because of circumstances, due to other commitments. That's normal. You may say to people, oh yeah, I'll go for a ride with you, I'll go off-roading, or I'll commit to this charity, and life comes along, work, personal commitments, family commitments, or your vehicle's off the road. Now, it could be any number of things. Could be any reason at all why you are unable to attend. Just creep to the front of the queue, like so. Now, that in no way or form are you letting people down. That is simply a case of circumstances as such that you're unable to attend. So don't start thinking to yourself, like I do sometimes, that I'm letting people down. You're not. What you're doing is putting your priorities in order. You know, family, work, etc. They're priorities. You can't think to yourself, I'm letting people down, when your priorities of everyday life get in the way. If your vehicle's off the road, that's not your fault. That's circumstance. You didn't purposely take your vehicle off the road to avoid doing something. So please don't get in your head that you've let people down, or you're not making enough of an effort when things get in the way. Like I said, if you were making promises to do things, committing to stuff, and then just not bothering to turn up, or making any old, pardon the language, any old bullshit excuse. I'll get in trouble now for swearing on YouTube. But if you want to come up with these bullshit excuses, that's when you're letting people down. That's when you are failing to make the effort. Don't ever think you're letting someone down because life got in the way of what you wanted to do. The thing with charities like Mark is, as a volunteer, you do what you can when you can. You do as much as you can, as often as you can, and if you can't, you can't. Nobody's going to think any less of you. They all understand that this is life. Life gets in the way, and work gets in the way of me enjoying my bikes. Then if I don't work, I can't afford the bikes. There. That's all I want to say. Do not get into your head that you're letting people down, or you're failing to adhere to your commitments, as it were, when other things get in the way. Now, as always, as I always say, everything in my videos is my thoughts and opinions. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. My thoughts and opinions. My opinion is, if life circumstances, commitments get in the way, you're not letting someone down. Sorry, I've got to keep wiping this camera to spray off these lorries is horrendous. Yeah, you're not letting people down if life gets in the way. You let people down when you say you're going to do something, then just don't bother. So there we go. It's your end of the lesson for today. Folks, do yourselves a favour, check out the charity Mark, Make Your Mark. It is basically a mental health charity, they do other stuff. They have a Facebook page called Motorbikers Acts of Random Kindness. Definitely worth checking out. I'll try and put links above, somewhere along the line, or tag in the bottom below in the comments about these charities and stuff, so you can get the information there. But whatever you're doing, folks, in the meantime, as always, please be safe, ride safe and have fun. And of course, the statutory ending. Otherwise, Mrs. Grunt won't be very happy. And I think any of my regular viewers have kind of got used to this now and expect it. Toodles!